And as we were saying, this Sunday, January 1st, Brazil hosts President-elect Lula da Silva's swearing-in ceremony. Brazilians have been gathering since yesterday in the nation's capital to celebrate and welcome Lula da Silva's presidency. We go live with our correspondent in Brazil, Brian Miers, for more details. Welcome, Brian.
How's it going? I hope everything's fine in Cuba. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year as well, Brian. Everything is fine. Brazilians today, Brian, are celebrating double the New Year and the inauguration of President-elect Lula da Silva. What is the atmosphere hours ahead of the ceremony?
Well, you know, the celebration started at midnight, and millions of people go out to the beaches in Brazil with their families to watch fireworks at midnight and jump into the water. And it was just like this wave of happiness and relief that swept over the crowd here in Recife, where nearly 70% of the people voted for Lula. It's his former home state. You know, it's just like people were worried there might be some kind of coup at the last minute. You know, we now have information that Bolsonaro and some of his military aides tried to ask both Vladimir Putin and the Biden administration for help in acting a military coup, and they both said no. But people were worried. You know, there's this terrorism incident that was thwarted. Security is really strong, but midnight came. Bolsonaro's gone. He's fled the country to Florida. And everyone could just, you know, breathe a sigh of relief. The hundreds of thousands of university students now know that their public universities aren't going to close because their funding had been so gutted by the Bolsonaro administration. Some of the best universities in Brazil were talking about actually closing their doors. You know, the indigenous people now know that the massacres are going to stop. You know, the illegal mining in the indigenous reservations is going to stop. And Lula has put the economy firmly into the hands of, you know, leftist developmentalist economists who are going to focus on alleviating poverty and hunger and generating jobs. So it's just a really positive moment. The line to get into his event in Brasilia, the inauguration event, which doesn't happen for a few more hours, there's already a 3-kilometer line of people dressed in red to get into the event. So it's a really positive. As Bolsonaro falls farther and farther into disgrace, his support has just evaporated. There's still maybe 15% of the country that are fanatical Bolsonaro supporters, but the vast majority of Brazilians are full of hope today and relief.
Sounds right. It's a great day for celebrations today for the new year and for the return of Lula da Silva to power. We're going to stay in touch to go deeper on the day, on the activity of Lula's inaugurations in upcoming news brief. I will see you soon in the next news brief.